Imagine you meeting God and wondering if she smoke. Imagine you seeing God walking out the liquor store. I done seen it before. Everything I'm doing now, I sat and dreamed it before. Cause once upon a time, I begged for what I needed before. But then I learned that all I had to do was be it before. I found my light and stood up in it like my name was Theotis. Took a flight for new beginnings, hope the universe noticed. And now my home turf cheering me on. Feel like the whole.
Welcome to my channel. I'm your favorite cousin, but are you mine? Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and join the fam. I've been watching a show called Somebody's Son. It seems like nobody's really watching it because I haven't heard much about it, and the things I have heard, people ain't liking it too much. But I figured I would just go ahead and review it and recap it. I don't like how they format it, so I'm going to break it down by putting all the intros together into one review recap, and then all the dates into another one, and then like finalizing it in the third one, I believe, third or fourth. So I'm gonna just go with the flow. Somebody's Son is a dating experiment that takes place in Houston this season. It consists of three men and their mothers who ultimately are their wing women. They move in together for 2 weeks unbeknownst to their four potential love interests. Activities and dates will test their compatibility. The plot twist is that each mom will decide who stays and who goes. Does mama really know best? And my question is, how do they go about matching these people up? Because like the dynamics between each guy and like each group, I should say, is very different. So first up, we have Joshua. He's 29, I think. He's an NFL free agent. He's looking for somebody to love him for who he is. He has his auntie Oma, who's like a mother to him, and he doesn't really get into like his actual mom and why she's not on the show or what happened with that. All he said was that his auntie Oma stepped in whenever his mom was going back and forth from Africa to Texas, I think, and it was like an extra helping hand, basically. Next up, we have Tamaris, who's 29. She's a journalist slash producer, and she's looking for somebody to build an empire with. Then we have Lexi, who's 30. She's a marketing manager. To me, she looks like Tara Wallace from Love and Hip Hop. She's looking for a husband and strong co-parent to her kids. And finally, we have Shambrielle, who's 32 and is a mortgage broker. She's looking for somebody who values communication. And to me, that's not a whole lot. Like anybody could value communication. What kind of communication are we talking about? It could be good, bad, toxic, so you got to be, well, I was going to say specific. You got to be specific with things you want. Okay, as I was watching this episode, it seemed like Lexi had something to say about everybody. And to me, that screamed insecurity. And I figured that she was insecure because she has two kids at the age of 30. But it is what it is. If you got two kids, don't be ashamed of that. Be proud of the kids you have. Like, again, I see this issue in a lot of these dating shows where people are moms and they're insecure about it. So finally, we have Martha, who's 26 and is a nurse. She's looking for somebody to be her Prince Charming. And she came in her Nigerian attire, which kind of sort of like rubbed the other women wrong because they felt like she thought she got it in the bag since she was Nigerian. And Josh and Oma were Nigerian as well. Oma came out with an icebreaker, and there was a question in particular on physical intimacy. Martha's answers were too forward for Oma, which was weird to me because why have her ask these questions if she's gonna be offended by what these women are saying and how they answer it? Like, don't ask the question then if it's too much for you. So there was another one about romantic gestures you would do to make your partner feel wanted or loved, whatever. And Martha said massages. Again, Oma was not impressed at all. And she thinks that Martha is fake and is just saying what she needs to say to impress Joshua, which I'm like, why ask? That's something production gotta work on. So Martha gets eliminated, and Lexi again has something to say about it. I think Joshua is a fuckboy because he got mad at Martha when she wouldn't give him a second hug after he walked her out to the car when she got eliminated. He got mad. And it's like, how you gonna get mad because she don't want to give you a hug, and y'all just kicked her out the house and out the experience? No, I'm not giving you no hug. I'm finna move on. He one of them, hey, big head, where my hug at type of dudes. And you to be NFL free agent, and you think you the prize, you not acting like it. Okay, moving on. The second group, we have James. I think he's 28, 29. He's a security engineer, and he's looking for somebody to build a legacy with. Then he's with his mom, Charlize. So the first of the women, we have Brevon. I don't know how she pronounces it. She's 31, and she says she's an entrepreneur and property investor. She's looking for someone who's a God-fearing man. To me, Charlize comes off as very judgmental. When she was like, "Girl, fix that dress," referring to Brevon when she like rang the doorbell and introduced herself to James. And I'm like, she would have had a heart attack had she met Chambrielle. But yeah, Brevon talks too much. It's a lot of times where they'll like do a montage of her just talking and getting lost in what she's saying and talking about. Then we have Sabrina, who's 29. She is a property manager. She's looking for somebody who's family oriented. We have Alicia, who's 25, and she is a marketing coordinator by day and a bottle girl by night. And she's looking for somebody who's chivalrous, which to me ain't a lot. Y'all not requiring much, but again, you probably just put anything down for your intro. How do I say this? She doesn't strike me as a 25-year-old. She strikes me as somebody that's closer to 30 or into her 30s, but whatever. Then finally, we have Chizon, who's 28. She is an IT consultant and a fitness instructor. To me, she looks like Tawanda Braxton. It's a lot of lookalikes to go around in these reviews I be doing. She's looking for somebody who's goal oriented. Chizon is different because she breaks the third wall a lot. I don't like how James was commenting on her physique the most and calling her strong and tall. And he also made her carry the drink tray and serve everybody else. I didn't like that. I thought it was weird. Chisom thought it was weird because she said so. And it was like, yeah, immediately I could tell that he wasn't attracted to her like that, because why didn't he make any of the other ladies do that? You get what I'm saying? So they did icebreakers, and through all of that, Charlize got the impression that Chisom was too reserved, and she doesn't agree with Alicia's spiritual and religious bringing. So those were the two she was considering eliminating, but ultimately she got rid of Chisom because, again, during the icebreakers, she said like one or two words, one sentence, and then like didn't further explain. But on the other hand, we got Brevon, who doesn't know how to be quiet. So yeah, she felt like she was too much in her shell to be around James. Hey, the third group of people, we have Chad, but he is a financial analyst. He's looking for somebody to settle down with. He's also joined by his mom, Katina, and they are estranged. They have an estranged relationship. No lie, it feels very performative and like they don't have a relationship at all. His background story is that he hadn't been around her in almost 20 years, and they came to this experiment as a way to bond. His responses to her seemed very off-putting, and it threw me off, and I was just like, okay, I understand being jokey with your mama, but it was teetering on the side of being disrespectful. Okay, so the first up is Paige. She's 28, and she's a business analyst slash sports broadcaster. Her occupation is pretty similar to Tamaris from the first round of people. She's looking for somebody to match her hustle. I could tell that Chad did not like her because he didn't hold her hand when walking down the stairs with her. That was a turn off to me because he wasn't being very gentlemanlike. But maybe that's a real small thing. Who knows? But I did notice he did help women down that he was more attracted to, that I feel, or more excited about. Next, we have Miranda, who's 30. She's an HR manager. She's looking for somebody to love unconditionally. Chad is really feeling Miranda. Then we have Lauren, who is 35 and is a hairstylist. She's looking for somebody to start a family with. Chad is definitely feeling Lauren. And finally, we have Jasmine, who is 26. She's a student and she's looking for somebody to plant roots with. And she said she was currently in transition because she spent some time overseas studying abroad. So now that she's back here, she has no idea what she's going to do. And I'm wondering, like, what did you go study abroad overseas? What did you go to school for? Because how are you now not knowing what you're going to do? I don't know. That was kind of odd to me. Kind of gave like hobo vibes. I could be wrong, but like her explanation of her occupation and what she had going on was kind of weird and vague. When I was watching Chad, he felt really stiff in the same way Sat Renee felt stiff to me. I feel like they probably could have been a good match because I feel like their personalities and mannerisms were like pretty much the same. So they had the icebreakers or whatever. Nothing really stood out to me. But what did stand out was elimination. Katina and Chad had a huge falling out over elimination concerning Miranda. And then Katina explicitly said that she had no intention on taking Chad's opinion into consideration, which goes directly against her so-called goal of using this experience to bond and build a better relationship with her son. So that stood out to me. Again, I felt like compared to the other pairs, like Joshua, Oma, James, Charlize, Chad and Katina stood out the most to me because they seem to have the most rocky relationship and it's giving mommy issues, which is unfortunate, but it is hard for them to hide. It's very apparent that they have some issues going on and that they probably shouldn't have been on the show as a way to bond and get to know each other. They should have like went to therapy or something first and then maybe did something like this for fun. But they're acting like they just came from separate states and met up at this mansion to film. It doesn't seem like Katina knows anything about her son at all. He doesn't care to involve her in his life, it seems like. And I think the only reason he's dealing with her now is because he wanted to be on this show, which is unfortunate. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll do my best to format this show in a way that's easily digestible. Let me know what you think of these people. If you've seen the show, did you like the show? Have you watched it all? Are you gonna continue to watch it? What do you think about the people, the women? Who's your favorite guy, mom, duo? Do you agree with me what I said about Chad and Katina? Yeah, just let me know all your thoughts below. If I missed anything, I'll see you in the comments. Thank you for viewing this video. Once again, I'm your favorite cousin, and I'll see you in the next one.
They call me lost when I wander. I go as far as I wanna go. Temptation try pull me under, but I won't.